This is it. The last eShop sale before the new hotness, that is the Nintendo Switch 2, arrives next week, and this one continues on with the huge eShop sale madness. There's a ton of Switch 1 games on sale for discount, and for those who are sticking with their Switch 1s for the time being, or just want to have more games to play on the Switch 2, then you can clean up big with lots of great games for pretty cheap. Plus, I got some Switch 2 deals to talk about too. Yes, this is a big video, so let's just dive into it. One of the best bundle deals is back again, with an even bigger discount than ever before. The Dying Light Definitive Edition and the Juarez Gunslinger bundle includes both games, and it's on sale for 85% off now. Dying Light itself is a treat and a really fun zombie survival horror game that's great to play in multiplayer online. The edition here includes all the DLC ever released for the game, all the content updates, everything. And with everything it has, you can easily spend over 100 hours trying to complete and explore everything within. Gunslinger itself is pretty fun too. It's an arcade-style shooter that has you participating in shootouts in the Wild West, with gameplay that's kinda like the light gun games from the arcades in the 90s, just with a more modern flair. It's a joy to play, and the Switch version even has some extra features, such as gyro aiming and motion controls. 85% off for the bundle is a great deal. A couple of fighting games from Arc System Works is on sale for pretty cheap this week. BLAZBLUE CENTRALFICTION Special Edition is on sale for 80% off, its biggest discount yet on the eShop. The final game in the main series is another winner. It's got some incredibly good gameplay going for it. The special edition version here includes every character ever released for the game, plus the PlayStation exclusive characters, plus the DLC characters. One of the best fighting games is on sale for uber cheap this week, Guilty Gear via its XX Accent Core Plus R Edition, and it's on sale for 75% off until June 12th. It's a great fighting game, one of the most loved entries in the series, and this version is the best revision yet, with its finely tuned character balancing, 13 game modes to play, as well as online play. If you like fighting games, then you simply must check this out and pick it up for the Switch. Iconoclasts is a quality indie Metroidvania for the Nintendo Switch. In this game, you play as Robin, a young mechanic who finds herself embroiled in a conflict between religious zealots and a group of rebels. As her, you're going to need to navigate through beautifully crafted levels and solve lots of puzzles, also battling lots of foes and uncovering the truth behind everything that's going on. It's got a great pixel art style, pretty good storyline, and some satisfying gameplay mechanics. This is a great Metroidvania, and I think it's a must-have for any Switch owner that is a fan of the genre. It's earned a lot of praise when it came out years ago, and it still holds up quite nicely. It's on sale for 80% off, its biggest discount yet on the eShop. Valfaris is a violent and heavy metal inspired run and gun shooter that's just simply freaking awesome. I mean, look at this. This game looks pretty damn cool. It's got lots of action, some great boss battles, there's lots of weapons to use to shoot things in the face, lots of great pixel art, and the soundtrack is pretty good too. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's on sale for 80% off, its biggest discount yet on the eShop. But wait, there's more. There's actually a sequel, a shoot 'em up this time around, called Valfaris Mecha Therion. This one merges the pixel art from the previous game with 3D graphics. But honestly, it looks just as pretty. Each environment in the game has a lot of life to them, and a lot of stuff going on. Now, I haven't personally tried this game yet, but if it's any bit as good as the first game in the gameplay department, then I think you're in for a good time if you do decide to pick this up. It's on sale for 70% off, its first discount, a major one, on the eShop. Crimzon Clover is one of the very best shoot-em-ups for the Nintendo Switch. You'll find it regularly on most players' top 10 lists of shoot-em-ups for the system. The gameplay in this one is similar to Taito's Ray series with its lock-on system, but the action in this one has been ramped up to 11. The big gimmick of this game is when to learn to maximize that bomb system. when to use your bombs, but also when to save up that gauge, so you can do breaks that can amplify your power, as well as enable you to score a ton of points. This game features a ton of modes to enjoy, difficulty settings for all players, and just overall addictive gameplay. At 40% off, I highly recommend this one. Golf Story is a much-loved indie game that combines adventure game and RPG elements with the simple arcade gameplay of golf. In a lot of ways, its gameplay is similar to the Game Boy Color version of Mario Golf. Now, this indie game has won a lot of praise for its gameplay, and it became a big indie hit, and I can see why. It's actually a really good game. It is such a shame though that the sequel isn't nearly as good. If you've been wanting to check this game out, well, it's super cheap to get right now. It's on sale for its biggest discount yet, 87% off, which for the US eShop, that makes it just $1.99. Eiyuden Chronicle Rising was originally conceived as a stretch goal for the Kickstarter of Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, which itself was a game developed by veteran developers of the Suikoden series. Which, speaking of Suikoden, I'll actually be talking about that game later in the video. Anyway, unlike being a traditional RPG like 100 Heroes, this one is an action RPG, a 2D side-scrolling one, with some action platformer and Metroidvania elements. Actually, I kinda like this game better than 100 Heroes. I think it ended up being a solid game. Maybe it's not the best game ever, but it is actually pretty solid for what it is. It's a little bit old school in its design, a bit heavy on the story elements, but if that doesn't bother you, then I think you'll enjoy this one. It's on sale for 70% off until June 12th. For retro fans, here's a collection that's definitely a little niche. Sunsoft Famicom games via the Sunsoft Is Back Retro Game Collection. The 3 games included in this collection never saw the light of day here in the West before, but here they are, all officially translated into English for the first time ever. Included in this collection is the action platformer, The Wing Medulla, the action-adventure game, Kentaro's 53 Stations of Tokaido, and Ripple Islands, a full-on adventure game. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know much about these 3 games, but hey, I love discovering games and checking out games that we never got here in the West. So the fact that this collection exists is kinda cool. The collection also includes save state and rewind support and all the other various goodies that most retro collections have standard. At 60% off for the first time ever, this might be worth picking up if you're a fan of the 8-bit era. Space Moth is a really cool bullet hell shoot 'em up from the developers 1cc Games. This game is actually their first shoot 'em up, but they hit it out of the park with this one. It's a really good one. The gameplay is good, there's lots of challenges for you to complete, and overall, it's a pretty addictive game. The Lunar Edition expands upon the original release by adding new enemies and attacks, a new robust scoring system, a remixed soundtrack, and new powers for players to use. In addition, the visuals have seen an overhaul too. I think it's a pretty little shooter, and one that's a good value at that, with its discount of 70% off. Dragon Quest XI is one of the very best JRPGs for the system, or any platform for that matter. It's got some fantastic gameplay, some of the series' best yet, memorable characters, and a hell of an adventure. If you like JRPGs, then you simply gotta play this game. The 11S, Echoes of the Elusive Age, Definitive Edition on Switch is packed to the brim with lots of content, lots of stuff to do beyond the main story, and you can play the entire game in a retro Super Nintendo 2D style too, if you want. Pretty cool stuff. Right now, it's on sale for 50% off, and with the new, lower MSRP price, the 50% off discount actually makes it cheaper than it's ever been on the eShop. For example, it's just $20 on the US eShop. It'll be some of the best $20 you will ever spend. Beyond that Dragon Quest game though, there is more Dragon Quest stuff on sale, like Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince. The DQM series is a series of monster collecting games, sort of like Pokemon, featuring characters of the Dragon Quest series, typically the monsters, in multi-monster battles. You gotta obtain these monsters, level them up, and merge them to create more powerful monsters. The latest game here introduces new mechanics to the series, such as the introduction of seasons. As you play, the seasons in each area will change, granting you access to new paths and such, but also limiting you from reaching certain paths and others. It's a pretty interesting and good hold-me-over game until the latest Pokemon game comes out later this year. It's on sale for 40% off. Finally, there's the excellent Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Now this one is on sale in the eShop for 25% off for the first time ever, its first eShop discount. But make note, for those here in the States, the physical edition is on sale for $39.99 on most online stores. I'll leave a link down below for those who want to pick up the physical version at the bigger discount. Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun is a modern boomer shooter set in the style of 90s classics. In this game you play as a space marine and blast through everything that stands in your way. It may not bring anything new or original to the genre, it's pretty typical stuff, but the gameplay is quite good and it's action-packed, and the game itself looks pretty cool. And honestly, that is all it really needs to do. Look good, be fun, and be filled with plenty of things to shoot in the face. It's currently on sale with a new big discount of 35% off, and the DLC expansion is also on sale for 30% off. If you want both, just make sure to get it separately via the discounts, as the sale price going for the deluxe edition that contains everything is actually a bit more expensive than buying everything separate. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Continuing on the boomer shooter train, the classic game Duke Nukem 3D, via its anniversary World Tour Edition, is on sale for 75% off, making it super dang cheap to pick up via the eShop. The anniversary edition comes with support for motion controls, online co-op for up to 8 players, a new episode to play through, new weapons, music, and even some new voiceovers featuring the original Duke Nukem voice actor. It's pretty good stuff. Bulletstorm is a modern boomer shooter that rewards players for being creative with their kills and shooting via its unique skill shot system. You'll need to shoot, whip, and use the environment to deliver those brutal kills. The Switch Edition, dubbed the Duke of Switch Edition, is a fantastic way to play the game. It looks great on the system, and this version includes the ability to play as Duke Nukem through the entire campaign, fully voiced and all. This is one of my favorite shooters on the Switch, and I highly recommend this one for those looking for a good shooter for the system. It's on sale for 75% off until June 8th. Now before I go today, I do want to remind those that are planning to pick up a Switch 2 soon, like in the upcoming week, that there are a couple of deals to look out for on the eShop concerning a couple of Switch 2 releases. First of all, if you own the digital or physical version of Hogwarts Legacy for the original Switch, well, you can pick up the digital version of Hogwarts Legacy for the Switch 2 for a huge discount. For example, you can get it for $10 on the North American eShop. You'll have to get the deal through the Nintendo website, and for those with the physical release, you'll have to first activate the deal through your copy of the game. Once you boot the game up on the home screen menu of the Switch 1 version, you'll need to click on additional content, and you'll be greeted with a new option: activate Hogwarts Legacy owner's discount on Nintendo Switch 2. Clicking on that will send you to the eShop where you can activate the deal, and then you'll be able to pre-order it through the Nintendo website on your computer or mobile device. $10 here on the US eShop for a Switch 2 game is a pretty good deal. Finally, the Switch 2 version of Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster is on sale for 20% off on the eShop, which is a pretty good sized pre-order discount for the game. The deal for it will end just before launch day or on launch day, depending on your region's eShop. The discount for this actually makes the game cheaper than the Switch 1 version, as that version has yet to see a discount at all. And there you go, the latest eShop deals. As a reminder, in the forthcoming days, I'll be covering a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. The new games, the upgraded Switch 1 games, the console, and of course some accessories, like the GameCube controller. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss a thing. Also, make sure to join the Discord. I've been posting a lot of Switch 2 updates in there, and we've got a nice community that you definitely want to hang out with. But for now, that is it for me today. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you soon on the next video.